Hello, my name is Carlos Adrian, and after seeing the documentary Human by Alan Stibelman, I was left with the fact that being human carries a great responsibility. Also, it is very often that this type of documentaries lead us to understand and see how being a human and seeing another perspective, the origin of what we know as human. For example, from the questions, where do we come from? Why are we here? And through this documentary, the author, through a journey, lead us to an Andean community which it has not had much contact with what we know as a civilized world. Like any isolated civilization, it has its deep-rooted traditions and customs. And through the documentary, we are shown different situations that locals carry out to obtain more wisdom when living with nature. I found very interesting how it relates the concept of being human to the citizenship, since it suggests that we must have greater contact with Mother Earth, just as our ancestors do. Also, because all of the stress and anxiety that it is experienced in cities due to the rate of life so fast. Also, it is mentioned that having contact with nature is proving that being in a natural environment, your being begins to have more peace, and therefore, I feel that it is a great failure of our society, because the entire society in which we live put aside the nature in which we are truly a part. As Alan mentioned in the documentary, when making this trip, he was looking for the origin of the human, and everything led to a species that began to classify the society by religion and each of the things that we know today. However, at the end, he noticed that from the trip is that we must know who we are and where we are going, as well as our personal history. Also, something that caught my attention is that he goes so far as to mention that we are not all human, but that the human being is a category that is rich. And it seems absurd to me that he says that, since as long as we born, we have human dignity, and also all we have the same rights by the simple fact of being born. It seems important to me that the human being today means that we all come from the same place, and that we are all here to carry out a task that we will discover throughout our lives, to live in harmony with other humans. And that is why I believe that we must improve our society to avoid destroying each other and seek for the common good. Thank you.